Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2016 mid-month reading. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month. And even though we're only looking at the last half of April rather than the month entire, I'm still using the same 8-card spread with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling and advice for the reading, your crowning card. These are general readings, so if they don't apply or resonate the same for everyone who watches, check your rising and your moon sign as well. There are some months and some readings where the energies of our rising and our moon signs resonate with us more predictably than our primaries. So keep that in mind. Thank you for those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe. I can't tell you how much I enjoy reading all your comments and feedback. I thank you so much for your support, for watching, for listening, for subscribing, for adding on consistently to this community. I'm honored by your support. Thank you so much for that, and keep the comments coming. Thank you always to those of you who reach out to me for personal readings. I am so grateful for the opportunity to read for you. Thank you for that. And for those of you who are interested in a one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage for more information. And you can also email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I do readings full-time, so I work pretty diligently at getting you your readings as quickly as possible. My current turnaround time is around 1 to 4 days, depending on reschedule. Sometimes I can get you in a little sooner. So let's get on with this reading. This is for Aries for April 2016 mid-month. Aries, the babies of the zodiac, the restless ones. How we see Aries as kind of restless. The young ones of the zodiac. And while we are all here to learn and to grow, none more so than you, Aries. Aries, April 2016, mid-month. What does the remainder of April hold for our lovely Rams? April 2016, mid-month for Aries. Okay. We begin with the Five of Cups, followed by the Two of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups, followed by the Justice card, and the Hierophant, followed by the Knight of Wands. And as your overall theme and general feeling of the month, we have, you have 2 cards popped out. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. How interesting. I'm going to allow those to stand as 2 crowning cards for you, Aries. So let's just take a look. Okay, let's begin. Really interesting reading, Aries. I just finished doing Leos, and a similar kind of theme. With Leo, it seemed to be more of a struggle between the head and the heart for a lot of them. And for you, I think the same, but based on fears from the past is what I'm kind of getting. So we find ourselves in the middle of April 2016, Aries, with the Five of Cups, paired with the Two of Swords. So the Five of Cups. Cups is ruled by the element of water, and Cups is a suit all about our emotions, our feelings, relationships, love, how we relate to people that we are in relationship to, and how we see ourselves in those relationships. And the Five of Cups is a card about focusing too much mental and emotional energy on the things that you have lost, the things that no longer are, and not paying quite enough attention to the things that still remain, or there's an opportunity or blessings that still remain in your life, Aries, that you are not seeing because of the energy you're putting into something you've lost, something you feel has been taken away from you. And I feel for the majority of you, Aries, that this is actually related to the past loss, past past loss, past hurts. I'm just getting that quite strongly. You can see on the ground beside this man, there are 3 cups tipped over, spilled out. And that's what he's grieving. He's grieving the loss of what was in those, something he's lost either through his own actions and decisions or through somebody taking them from him. All his mental and emotional energy is focused on what no longer is. It's a card I always feel quite strongly about. I mean, if you're lamenting and grieving over what no longer is, it's a way of being stuck in the past. And that's not to say that we shouldn't honor our feelings and honor what hasn't been, but this is a card that points to getting stuck in that energy. But this isn't the 3 of Cups, it's the 5 of Cups. You can see on the ground behind this man, there are still 2 beautiful cups upright, full. But he's not paying attention to them because he can't see them. His back is turned to them because, again, all his attention and energy is focused on what he's lost, what's been taken from him, what no longer is. So I think, Aries, this is the energy, at least for most of you, a lot of you, you find yourself in the middle of April. But again, I feel like this is something that's happened. This is something that's past. This is something that you're still holding on to. And it's something which needs to be dealt with. I feel like it's something which needs to be laid to rest so that you can open yourself up for more opportunities. And I feel for what's actually present in your life, because it looks like you have some beautiful new beginnings in your life, and you're learning about those. And I think for a lot of you, this is going to resonate for love. We have that Ace of Cups as one of your crowning cards. We have the 2 of Cups, the soulmate card, relationships here. So that 5 of Cups is accompanied by the 2 of Swords, which is a card all about kind of being at a place where you need to deal with something. There's a choice that needs to be made or something that needs to be dealt with. But for some reason, you're unwilling or unable to look at it, or at least you have been up until now. This is a card that strongly points towards the need to reunify with something, to come to a conclusion about something, make a decision to move on so that you can open yourself up more, because this woman is blindfolded. This is kind of, again, with the 5 of Cups, it's like you're stuck. You're stuck in something that happened, a heartbreak, a loss, a theft, something was taken from you. And again, I feel for a lot of you, this has to do with love or some other kind of close connected personal relationship, even if it's not, a romance sort of relationship. But you feel like something was lost. And again, it feels like past energy, but it's like you've gotten stuck in it. And it needs to be dealt with, Aries, so that you can move on into your future. And I think for some of you, this is going to be, you may not have realized that you were still carrying these griefs and these hurts still with you in such a way, but it looks like because you have this beautiful soulmate energy here, this beautiful union in here, and also the Ace of Cups, which represents new love, new emotional beginnings, that for some of you this could resonate as a new person's come into your life, or that you're in a relationship that's still fairly new, and it's a beautiful sort of thing, but you're struggling with it. It looks like perhaps that may have precipitated or may have triggered some fear that's based on the past of what you've lost. And that's kind of echoed by the first of the next coupling of cards, which is the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is a card about lack, about need, about feeling like you don't have enough. For some of you, I feel like for most of you, this is love, relationship, dwelling too much on negative, painful histories with relationships in the past. Perhaps I think because of a new one that you're in now that's quite beautiful, but that's kind of triggered some fears, some old memories and emotions. But again, there's a sense of feeling lack. For some of you, this could be in employment, job, career, business, entrepreneurial enterprise of some kind. It feels like you're kind of stuck in what used to be and what no longer is. The 5 of Pentacles, again, there's a strong theme with the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups in not noticing something that's quite beautiful or something that's available to you that's very close. With this 5 of Cups, it was these 2 cups behind this man that he can't see because he's too focused on what no longer is. He's kind of stuck in energies of the past, old pains, old hurts, old wounds. Similar with the 5 of Pentacles, you can see this couple in front. On other tarot cards, I've seen them. They're out in the rain, they're out in the snow. They're obviously in need. And right behind them, there's this, what appears to be a church, a cathedral window with this light shining through. And you just know it's a beautiful light. And you just know that on the other side of this is what they need: resources, answers, solutions, help. And it's right by them, but they're not noticing it because they're only focusing on each other, the rifts, the conflicts between the two of them, what they don't have and what they need or what they feel they need. So again, it's a card. For some reason, Aries, you find yourself in the middle of April 2016. Sorry about that. It's raining today and the light keeps fluctuating in here. You find yourself in the middle of April 2016, Aries. I feel something's triggered it, and I feel like it's, for most of you, it's a new relationship that you're in, or the potential for new love, new beginnings somehow that's kind of triggered um, these memories and feelings from the past. You're still feeling a lack. You're still focused on what you no longer have or what's been taken from you. And it's something which the cards underneath each of those five cards are strongly indicating this is something that needs to be dealt with and something that needs to be laid to rest. Under that Five of Pentacles energy, we have the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. It's a card about successfully triumphing, successfully being victorious over something. Wands is governed by the element of fire and air. It's a very movement-oriented, action-oriented suit. It's about change, movement, action, power. It's the opposite energy of this Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. It's about getting up and taking yourself out of that rut, challenge, struggling with what you need to, overcoming it and laying it to rest so that you can move on successfully and victoriously. You can see that's exactly what this man has done. He is riding back into town, and I say back because otherwise why would they be cheering him? He went off to do something, to deal with something, to struggle with something, to achieve something, and he was successful. He triumphed over something, and he's riding back into town victorious. The crowds are cheering him and giving him praise and applause and accolades. It's a card of victory. So again, Aries, it looks like you struggle a little bit. You're kind of stuck. Again, I feel like it's past stuff, past wounds you're carrying with you, past baggage needs to be dealt with. I feel like you are being very strongly encouraged to do that, because I feel like what's in your life presently, the either this new love, new relationship, the opportunity for it. For some of you, it could be a new. I mean, you can apply the same energies towards career, job, employment, that sort of thing. Um, it could be some of you have lost a job and you've been waiting to get another job. You still feels like maybe money's kind of tight. You're feeling very financially strapped, but it looks like your success and victory in this is going to be dependent on how you deal with these emotions and not getting stuck in them and of moving through them, of actually wands, the suit of wands, this victory card. Wands is not a passive suit. It's not a mental or cerebral suit. This is a suit of creativity, of intuition, inspiration, passion, movement. This is a movement oriented suit. The Six of Wands, this man would not have achieved the victory that he had achieved if he didn't go off and struggle and do what he needed to do to achieve victory over what it was that they're applauding him for. And the same goes for you. I think that your success this month and moving forward is going to be entirely dependent on how much energy you put into not looking at what you've lost, not looking at what you have, but getting up and focusing all your mental and emotional energy into taking action and moving forward and disengaging yourself from past hurts, past wounds, and past baggage, because we cannot look in two directions at once. We can't look backwards while looking forwards. It's not possible to do that. The cards strongly indicate that you're struggling with kind of being stuck in the past or just focusing on what you don't have or what no longer is. And that needs to be dealt with so that you can be victorious in this, which you can, being the vibrant, beautiful, passionate fire sign that you are. You are an explorer, Aries, so get up and explore. So following that, we have the Two of Cups, beautiful soulmate card, followed by the Justice card, major arcana card. And this combination of cards, Aries, tells me that, I feel like the success of this new relationship, this new love, this new job, new entrepreneurial business however it resonates for you. I think that for most of you, like Leo, this is about a relationship. The success of this is entirely dependent, again, on your actions, your decisions, and what you choose to do. The cards are strongly indicating that you deal with something, I feel, that's attached to your past. And it feels like disengaging from that is what needs to happen in order for you to have success so that you can move ahead. This Two of Cups is about this is the soulmate card, the divine karmic connection. They are karmically connected, these two people. This is about a perfect match, a really good union. And if it's a business, job, project, this is a really good job for you. It has a lot of potential, and there's a sense of divine timing and karmic connection, a meant to be sort of thing. This is about more than just a physical chemical attraction for those of you for whom this is relationship. This is a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit. Leo got this card as well. Um, these two people are divinely connected. And again, for those of you for whom this does not resonate as love and relationships, the same energy can be applied to business, career, employment, creative, inspirational projects. Um, the most foundational definition of the Two of Cups is a perfect union, a really good match between two people, between two entities, between two companies, finding a job that's like the perfect job for you, not just in dollars and cents, but location and all of that. But again, the success of it is going to depend entirely on you. And for some of you, this relationship, this job, this project is going to be quite successful because of what you've struggled and triumphed to overcome and have been successful in doing that. But that Two of Cups is paired with the Justice card, which is the card, a major arcana card, significant message up. This is the card of what you sow is exactly what you reap. What you put into this is exactly what you're going to get out of this. You can see Justice has a stereotypical depiction. Justice is almost always depicted as a woman blindfolded, holding the scales of justice evenly, as justice is meant to be blind, meaning it's supposed to be impartial, the outcome and decision of something based entirely on the decisions and actions and proven motivations of the people involved. It also points strongly towards moving through something with as much honor and integrity and truth as you can. And it's accompanied with the Two of Cups. So again, for love and relationships or a job, business, employment opportunity, a new project, it looks like the success of it and how well it goes is going to be dependent on the amount of work that you put into it, disengaging yourself from baggage from the past, and really investing of yourself in this. And it looks like it's going to be quite a learning process for you too. And this resonates very closely to a reading I did for you, I believe, a month or two ago, where it was all about learning, being at a place where you're coming to. It was almost as if you're coming to a newer and deeper understanding of love, of what it actually means, of what it takes, of the commitment level um, on your path of growth, Aries, because you are the youngest of the zodiac. Now, following that, at or towards the end of April 2016, we have a really interesting combination. We have the major arcana card of the Hierophant, followed by the Knight of Wands. Now, I'm seeing, too, with the Justice card and the Hierophant, any contracts and negotiations for those of you for whom this resonates as business, career, financial, something in your tangible world. Business contracts, negotiations are going to go quite well, although it may be a bit of a struggle in the beginning. But it looks like your success in that is going to be entirely dependent on what you do and how much effort you put into this. This coupling of these two cards at the end could play out a couple of different ways, depending on how it resonates for you, as this is a general reading. So the Hierophant is a card about convention, tradition, following the prescribed and expected path, crossing your T's, dotting your I's, doing what's in front of you to do. Large corporations, large institutions, again, for those of you for whom this resonates as more Pentacles, earthly material energy. This could represent, large businesses, large corporations, large companies. This could also, for some of you, this could represent, this is also a marriage card in terms of love and relationship. It's a card about a more conventional relationship, taking it to the next level, like engagement, marriage, perhaps moving in with each other, taking it to a new level. deeper commitment. The what the Hierophant promises is acceptance, being part of a larger group, kind of going along with the flow, so to speak. Now, it's accompanied by the Knight of Wands, which would almost, for some of you, maybe resonate as kind of opposite energy because the Hierophant is all about doing the expected thing, the prescribed path, adhering to convention and tradition. The Knight of Wands wouldn't always necessarily do that. Wands being quite that fiery, energetic, passionate sort of suit, and Knights being the bringers of the tarot. They charge out, accomplish something, bring it back. Um, the Knight of Wands would be very fast moving, very passionate, very fiery, very creative. This could represent somebody, a form of help coming in to kind of move you through this or help move you through this, in which case it could resonate as another fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Now, for some of you, this is going to mean that at or towards the end of the month, you're still kind of struggling between, um, it's almost a sense of wanting to push through, maybe act very quickly, very spontaneously, maybe not putting a lot of planning and foresight before you act, not looking before you leap. Being a fire sign and being the youngest of the zodiac, you can sometimes get yourself into trouble by being a little too spontaneous because we do have the Hierophant paired with this, and those energies can sometimes appear to be quite opposite. It could be moving to taking this relationship or business project or career path into the next level, into a deeper level of commitment, deeper level of growth together. And it happens very fast, or the suggestion of this card, the energies of this card would be to make this happen quite fast, or that it happens very quickly for you. Or simply that you're kind of struggling between a conventional path versus a non-conventional path. Again, it's a general reading, and there's so many of you watching, this is going to resonate differently. But again, it looks pretty good overall, Aries. It looks like it's a month where you're kind of struggling to get over some past issues in order to successfully and victoriously move ahead. For some of you, this is going to be job, career, business path, contracts, and negotiations. It looks like they're going to go quite well for you. You're going to move into the next level. It may be a bit of a struggle at first, and you may have to let go of some old ideas you had about it, some old viewpoints you had about it, in order to be successful with that and make that good match. For those of you for whom it's love and relationships, again, the cards strongly point towards you dealing with past issues, letting go of old ideas that you have about love, old ways of looking at things, old perspectives, including how you see yourself on the path of love. And it looks like your success is going to depend entirely upon how much you put into that. Because it looks like, and that it's going to happen. So for love and relationship, Aries, you may decide to take it to the next level, or it may happen for you very quickly at the end of the month. Or you may still find yourself in a bit of a struggle between whether to take a conventional versus an unconventional path for this relationship somehow. But all these cards are in the upright position, and it looks like it's going to work out well, actually, for both of you. But it's an action-oriented month, too. It looks like, again, like for Leo, there was an internal struggle. For you, I think there is, too, past and present and future. And that it's a month where you need to take action and really push through that, because your success, however this resonates for you, your success is entirely dependent on what you put into it. And it looks like a month of learning for you as well, because your crowning cards, and we had two pop out for you, Aries. We have the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles ruled by that earth sign. So it's all about things in our earthly, tangible environment, things we can actually see, touch, feel. Very rooted, solid, reliable. It's a card that often points to money, finance, resources. And for those of you for whom this resonates more along those lines, this would represent kind of being in a learning stage, receiving messages, but being kind of in a learning apprentice student stage where the Page of Pentacles is at a place, Pages being the youngest and least mature energy of the court cards. They're still learning. They're new on the path, a little nervous, a little unsure. He's learning more about his understanding and awareness of money and of just the material world in general is deepening. He's coming to a deeper knowledge and appreciation of what it actually means, and using it and seeing it as the tool that it is rather than just a survival mechanism. For those of you for whom this resonates as love and relationship, the same energy applies to that. It's Again, and this resonates for a reading I did for you a month or two ago too about being on the path of love. It's like you're hitting these little um, significant goalposts on your path of learning. Your understanding of what love is, what the commitment is, what it actually takes is growing. And the card, the advice of the Page of Pentacles is to keep yourself in that learning mode and continuously build on your knowledge and experience and information. Because the page will go to the ninth and then the queen and the king. It's all about learning and growth. And for a lot of you, some of you it's going to resonate as the material world, and some of you it's going to be love and relationships because your second crowning card was the Ace of Cups, which is a card all about new emotional beginnings, new love, new beginnings in a currently existing relationship. And again, it feels like baggage from the past. For some of you, this could resonate too as a long-standing relationship that went through a very turbulent, trying time. You kind of fought your way through it, and actually the outcome of it, like maybe a long marriage or something, it's been on rocky ground. The outcome looks to be positive, but also dependent on the action you put into it. How much work you're willing to put into it, or how much both of you are willing to change or to compromise. But it looks like you're learning more and more, Aries, continually learning about love, relationships, the world around you, your place in the world around you, and continuing to grow. So what an interesting reading, Aries. It feels very kind of deep, almost kind of a deep, complicated sort of month for you. Not in a negative, bad way. It's just it's a month of taking action to push yourself through something, because again, it looks like the success of it is dependent on you. Although it does look pretty bright, a lot of movement and speed at the end of the month. Be careful not to be too spontaneous, and the energies of the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands. It's about using the positive aspects of both of these energies to, yes, propel yourself forward and have movement and action, but don't take it to the far extreme. The Hierophant reminds us to still be very careful about the path that we walk and make sure there's water in the pool before you jump into it, Aries. Overall, a month of learning, a new emotional beginnings, new love, learning about the world around you and what your place is in the world around you and how to maneuver that. So Aries, I hope that this reading has resonated at least for some of you. It feels like it was for 3 or 4 different groups. I hope it's brought you some clarity and insight. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading, as always, you can contact me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And for all of those who have been watching, thank you so very much. And I will see you in a couple of weeks for the May 2016 reading. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks, Aries, and I'll see you soon.